Launched for the first time ever in 2014, Lexus has sold more than 1 million units of its NX 350. Lexus India is now making a bold statement and is clearly showing its intent of going strong in the luxury SUV segment, courtesy the 2022 Lexus NX 350h. A lot of styling updates have taken place. The cabin is now even more premium with more features, but with the same precision and attention to detail. And of course, the 350h means that this one is now with a hybrid motor as well. You're watching HT Auto. I'm Shubhadeep, and today we're taking a closer, more in-depth look at the latest from Lexus India. Stay tuned. The NX, while looks can be subjective, is perhaps the sportiest, most agile looking SUV in its category. Dimensionally, it is wider from the front now, it's wider from the rear, there is a longer wheelbase, and ground clearance has also now gone up to 190 millimeters. But beyond those numbers, there is a whole lot to like in terms of sheer visual aesthetics. Take, for example, the trademark Lexus spindle grille. It's a lot bigger now, a lot more pronounced, and immediately tells you that this here is a Lexus. What also tells you that this car is from the Japanese brand are these sharp LED units with the L-shaped DRLs on the front. The air dams on the bottom have also undergone a little bit of a redesign change. They sit slightly lower now, and the engineers from Lexus tells us that this helps the car with its performance credentials. Now, the emphasis on the sportiness of this vehicle continues on the side. Now, the immediate thing that you notice when you take a look at this SUV are those really large 20-inch alloy wheels. In fact, this is the largest in its class. Beyond the tires and the alloys themselves, this car has a really nice SUV profile, complete with the coupe roofline here. There is chrome used all around the window, very strong bodied character lines, and a whole lot that's happening at the rear as well. The LED taillight design is once again as sharp as it is on the front. But what's unique and special here is a single connector LED line between the two LED taillight units. Open the boot and there is over 500 liters of storage space. There is no spare tire, which means the cargo space can be taken up to 550 liters. Now, from the time you step inside the Lexus NX 350h, there are things that surprise you, and then there are things that are going to leave you absolutely awestruck. And speaking of awestruck, let's take a look at this really gorgeous 14-inch main infotainment screen. Quite obviously, it is the largest screen inside any SUV in this particular segment, but beyond its size, it is also extremely responsive to touch. Like you can see on this map here, for navigation purposes, this is really clear, vivid. There is an anti-glare coating. So right now we are in a sunny spot, and yet the visibility is great. There is clear attention to detail that Lexus is famous for, and that comes in form of functions that the driver is most likely to use. So for example, the control for navigation, for calls, for vehicle system are all placed on the right here. Now, while we're at the vehicle control, let me show you all the features that the NX 350h has on offer. So you can control your seats from here, you can fold the seats automatically at the press of a button. There are driving assists, so this car obviously is loaded to the brim with safety features. So you get lane departure alert system, parking assist sensor, blind spot monitor, rear crossing traffic alert, and rear camera detection. All of these can be turned on or off by the driver without having to stretch his or her hand out too much. Now there are settings here as well. So for sound, navigation, voice and search, and by the way, this has recognition for voice as well. So for all of these features, you have the controls here. There is also the driving assist that you can control from here, and a whole lot of safety related features on the panel here. Just under this are controls for seat ventilation. The front two seats of this Lexus are cooled, so you can control the intensity through the press of a button here. Now, Go to this button and you can once again control features for safety. There is control for heads-up display. This has a 10-inch heads-up display and you can customize what you see on the screen, or at just the press of a button turn the entire heads-up display off as well. Now, while the infotainment screen is very responsive to touch and has that anti-glare coating, it is also really fast. In fact, Lexus says that the processing speed on the infotainment system here is 5 times faster than the infotainment screen in the previous edition of this model. Just underneath that are these manual dials to control the air conditioning. It's got a nice color scheme and a digital display to tell you the temperature. The AC vents are also nicely done, and there is a whole lot of soft plastic and leather that's used all around this cabin. The center console has been very thoughtfully designed. You get some storage space here where I have been keeping the car keys. There is also support for wireless charging of a compatible phone right here, and more storage space under this wireless charger right here. And all of this while your phone is still charging. Now, if your phone doesn't support wireless charging, there is no problem because you get a conventional USB point here and a Type-C point to charge your phone. There is also that 12-volt charging point just under the wireless charging station. The easy access controls for the driver is once again highlighted by the mode selection knob here. It's easy within reach. You can select between the Eco, Sport and Normal mode. Of course, we'll speak more on this when this car is on the move and in just a bit. Here is the gear control, the buttons to select EV mode, hill hold assist and a whole lot of other features. 2 cup holders here and of course the storage space. Now, the central armrest is once again done with good quality material. The stitching itself looks absolutely premium. That's what you would expect from Lexus. But something that you also would expect from Lexus is, again, and I keep saying this, attention to detail. Why? Well, this storage space under this can be accessed by the driver by press of a button, and it opens like this. Can be accessed by both the driver here and the passenger behind him or her. But this can also be opened by the front passenger with the click of this other button, and therefore can be accessed by the front passenger as well as the passenger behind him or her. The attention to detail continues in the door handles, both on the outside as well as on the inside. The inside door handle, just a press of a button and the door opens, and it also has an anti-static coating on it. On the outside, the door handles also come with a button, just a simple push and the door unlocks. The other feature highlights of the Lexus NX 350h includes a panoramic sunroof. Unlike in the preceding model, the front portion of this sunroof opens up while the rear portion remains static. In the preceding model, the entire sunroof was static. The base Exquisite variant comes with 10 speaker system along with a subwoofer, but opt for the luxury or the F Sport line and you get a 17 speaker Mark Levinson system. The Lexus SUV also comes with 64 color ambient lighting, and you get the hues on the door, the footwell and the wireless charging pad. The cushioning on all the seats inside this Lexus SUV is great. The front 2 seats also have an enhanced bolstering for more stability and control and to negate body roll on tight corners. Passengers at the back also get rear AC vents with dedicated controls for speed, 2 Type-C charging points and a 12-volt charging socket. The NX is powered by a 2.5-litre motor that is every bit as refined as you would expect one to be inside a Lexus. Smooth acceleration with a linear power delivery for most parts makes this vehicle a breeze to drive. On the flip side though, I would have preferred a bit more pulling power, especially on uphill climbs where it takes more effort than it would for, say, a GLC or an X3. Of course, none of those SUVs or any other in this segment offers a hybrid motor, and this is where Lexus has an ace up its sleeves. While I may not be a fan of hybrids as such, Lexus has brought in a new 259-volt lithium-ion battery. It does drastically reduce the rubber band effect common in many hybrids and allows for a smoother drive and a more fuel-efficient drive as well. In fact, the overall refinement of the car, whether you're driving or being driven, is superb, And while the 6-step eCVT gearbox does have to jog around the numbers when being pushed, even in sports mode, it is refinement and not rush that this SUV is gunning for. The NX 350h has been launched in 3 broad variants, so you get this SUV in the Exquisite, which is priced at Rs 65 lakh. The luxury that you see here is priced at around Rs 70 lakh, and the top of the line F Sport is priced at Rs 71.60 lakh. All of these prices are ex-showroom. The SUV is renewing its battle against the likes of the Mercedes GLC, BMW X3, Volvo XC60 and others in its category. What do you make of this SUV and of our review? Do let us know. But for now, that's all the time we have. As always, thank you for watching and stay safe.